Hi everyone and welcome to Sultan Sanctuary and She Plus walkthrough. This is part 13 and in this part we're gonna fight a boss that is actually going to take almost an entire video. The walkthrough is actually continuing, right? I'm showing you the way to the next boss fight. The problem with this boss fight is that he's actually resistant to slash attacks. And my weapon, my main weapon, which is a tachi, which is a katana, has as its main damage slash attack. So what is going to happen here, and what you're going to witness, is almost like a 6 or 7 minutes fight with the Coveted, which is this fucking two ghosts that launch holy missiles. And yes, those are holy. The type of attack of magic attack is holy. So if you have a shield which has 100 holy defense, like the silver shield, I would advise you to equip it. So yeah, I'm using the buff from the Covenant, the Order of the Betrayer, and I'm actually using the poison. See how I'm blocking 100% of holy damage. It's really useful. So yeah, I'm not really a character for blocking though, so I'm taking a lot of stamina damage, but whatever. I said, yeah, this is a long fight just because I don't have another weapon. Remember that advice that I gave you? Always have two different type of weapons. In this case, you will need a blunt, since this boss is weak to blunt. Well, I didn't follow my own advice, so I only have the tachi, the katana, and that's why I'm going to suffer with this boss fight. Now I have another video with this boss fight featuring a huge bug that occurred while I was fighting, and this did not occur on the walkthrough. Luckily, because I wouldn't have recorded it if it did, because it's kinda, you know, I'm not going to take advantage of a bug in a walkthrough or playthrough that I am actually recording. I did take advantage of it in my first playthrough because I just didn't know what the fuck happened. Maybe it wasn't a bug, maybe one of the ghosts disappeared, right? And maybe they do disappear in that part of the fight, I guess, when I was fighting it. And then I checked out a lot of other the same boss on other YouTube videos, and it turns out this was a bug. So I uploaded it like a bug quenched, something like that. I would name, yeah. Whatever. I'm using the poison charm in the. See that the axe is kind of poisoned right now. That actually helps in damage, and I would advise you to get it. I almost died there. I would advise you actually to try to use almost exclusively with bosses the poison charm, because it works like fucking great. Almost all the bosses can get poisoned, except the final boss, which I really know that he can't be poisoned, and the Witch of the Lake, which cannot be poisoned. And by the way, that's one of the hardest boss fights in the game, if not the hardest. And I'm going to show you a strategy on how to avoid all of her attacks and what shield to use, which is, I think, silver shield, right? I think it is, because it has 100% arcane defense, and she deals in arcane. So yeah, I think it is, but I'll confirm it in the video. So I should be blocking, there we go. I should be healing, there we go. And yeah, I'm just gonna keep slashing at this thing. I should have another weapon really, and I could have picked it up in this new M Plus even. I have tons of weapons, but the thing is that I would have to respect, and you need actually gray. What's it called? Gray something. Gray. It's like a little ball that says gray something. I don't remember the name. But with that you can respect some of the points. Some of them, not all of them. But yeah, I like the Tachi. I like it. It's a katana. I like katanas, and I wanted to use it in this Enchi Plus. Also, Fashion Souls, as you can see, I never explained it, but I have the. It's kind of like my order, my creed armor, the order of the Betrayer official armor, and I have a mask. Which is a cool mask that you can get from a boss fight, which you have to, you get a piece of the boss fight and then you have to transmute it, which is kind of like converting souls into weapons, in Dark Souls. It's kind of like the same thing, and there I almost thought that it crashed just after the boss fight, because I had 2 instances when the game crashed. But luckily, it didn't on the recording of the Enchi Plus walkthrough. It did it on my first playthrough, and I think it has something to do with the previous version, because again, luckily for me, when I started recording this Enchi Plus walkthrough, the people at Ska Studios released a new patch that fixed a lot of crashes, and I think they fixed the crashes that I was having, and a lot of bugs too. And I think the people at Ska Studios also said that in future patches they are preparing some new challenge modes, so they're going to actually add new things to do in the game, which I think is wonderful. Like, we are so used to having patches that only fix bugs, and having patches that fix bugs and at the same time add new cool stuff into the game. That would be really cool. That would be really cool. So I hope they do. So this is a secret kind of area when you can talk to this guy and get his armor. If you are a mage, you'll want to get his armor, or maybe for Fashion Souls, whatever. And yeah, in the next chapter, guys, we're going to fight the Witch of the Lake, which I was talking about, and she's probably one of the hardest or the hardest boss fight in the game. It really depends on your build. For me, it was one of the toughest, because I don't really I can't really shield my I can't really use my shield to block her magic, because my stamina gets crushed, and then I get crushed and dead. So I actually had to learn to roll and jump and dash through all of her attacks. Sorry, and I actually got really good at dodging her. So that's actually going to be cool to watch, because I can actually teach you how to fight her without the needing of using a huge shield, because I kinda, after I did my video, I kinda check it out if other people had kind of walkthroughs with the Witch of the Lake in mind, and they did, but they all feature like huge fucking shields that block everything, like magic, and huge fucking stamina bars. And what's the fucking point of that, right? So yeah, I'm going to actually show you how you can dodge every single one of her attacks. So there we go, we activate the sanctuary, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching.